Rachel Zegler, the actress playing Snow White in the new live-action Disney movie, has been getting a lot of attention, but not for good reasons. It all started when she did interviews about the movie and said things that upset a lot of fans of the original Snow White cartoon. In one interview, Rachel said that the 1937 version of Snow White was weird and not something she really liked. She also said the old movie was written a long time ago, and she didn't think it made sense today. Rachel talked about how her version of Snow White would be very different. She said this new Snow White wouldn't just wait around for a prince to save her, instead, she would be a strong, independent leader. While that might sound like a good thing to some people, others felt like she was making fun of the classic story. Fans who grew up loving the original Snow White felt hurt and disappointed. They said Rachel didn't respect the movie that made the character famous in the first place. Some even said she was acting like she was better than the old version, and that made people feel like she wasn't the right person for the role. On top of that, Rachel seemed very serious in her interviews, and some people thought she looked annoyed when talking about the movie. That added to the frustration and made the situation worse. The videos of her interviews started to go viral online. A lot of people started talking about what she said on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. Some fans even said they were not going to watch the movie when it comes out. Because of all the drama, it's now hard for some people to separate Rachel from the things she said, even though she's also a talented actress who has worked hard in other movies like West Side Story. At the end of the day, Rachel probably didn't mean to make anyone angry, but it shows how one interview can change how people feel about a movie, or even about an actor. When someone plays a beloved character like Snow White, fans expect a lot of care and respect. And when those fans feel let down, it can create a huge wave of negative attention online. That's exactly what happened with Rachel Zegler and Snow White. After everything that happened with Snow White, Rachel Zegler was cast in another big movie, this time, the live-action Minecraft movie. You've probably heard of Minecraft before. It's one of the most popular video games in the world, where players can build anything they want using blocks. The game is all about creativity and adventure, and now Hollywood is turning it into a movie with real actors. Rachel's new role in Minecraft surprised a lot of people. Some fans were excited and said she deserved another big opportunity. But others started wondering if this was Hollywood's way of trying to fix her image after the Snow White drama. People online began talking, saying maybe the movie studio wanted to move people's attention away from the negative comments she made about Snow White. In other words, it felt to some like the Minecraft casting was just a distraction to make everyone forget what happened. A few fans even said they felt confused about the casting. They couldn't imagine how Rachel would fit into the Minecraft world. The game doesn't really have main characters with a story, so the movie is being built from scratch. Because of that, it's hard for fans to picture what kind of character Rachel will even play. And since she's still dealing with the backlash from her past interviews, some people are saying this new role might not go smoothly either. But it's also possible that this new movie could help Rachel get a fresh start. If the Minecraft movie turns out to be fun, exciting, and well-made, it could help people see her in a new light. It could show that she's more than just the actress from the Snow White controversy. It could be a chance to show her talent in a whole new way, especially to a younger audience that loves video games. In the end, the news of Rachel Zegler joining the Minecraft movie got people talking again, for better or worse. Whether it helps her bounce back or brings more pressure remains to be seen. One thing's for sure, all eyes will be on her when that movie hits the big screen. Ever since the Snow White interviews went viral, Rachel Zegler has been all over the internet. From YouTube to TikTok to Twitter, people have been posting their opinions, making reaction videos, and even turning her quotes into memes. Some people support her and say she's just a young actress trying to do her best. Others think she's being ungrateful to Disney and the fans of the original movie. No matter what side people are on, it's clear Rachel has become a hot topic. A lot of the media, like news websites and entertainment blogs, started covering the story too. They wrote about how Rachel's interviews caused controversy, and how her words made some fans upset. Then, when the news came out that she would star in the Minecraft movie, those same media sites jumped on that story right away. They talked about how unexpected it was, and whether it would help her career or not. Some headlines even made it sound like Hollywood was trying to save her reputation. But here's the thing, people can see through that. Fans today aren't just watching movies, they're watching what actors say and do in real life. They read interviews, watch TikToks, and pay attention to body language. So when Rachel gave interviews where she looked annoyed or made fun of older movies, people noticed. And when she suddenly showed up in another huge film, fans started asking, is this just damage control? Some fans are still rooting for her. They believe everyone makes mistakes and that Rachel deserves a second chance. They say she's young, still learning, and just trying to bring something new to a classic story. But others are still upset and feel like she hasn't really said sorry or explained herself well enough. That's why her casting in the Minecraft movie got such mixed reactions. It didn't just make people excited, it made them talk, argue, and wonder what Hollywood is really planning. Right now, Rachel Zegler is stuck in the middle of two sides, one that supports her and one that still feels let down. How people see her now isn't just about her acting anymore, it's about everything she says, does, and posts online. And with so much attention on her, it'll be interesting to see what happens next. Rachel Zegler's career was on the rise. After starring in West Side Story, she was seen as one of the most promising young actresses in Hollywood. People were excited to see her take on the role of Snow White, one of Disney's most iconic princesses. But after all the things she said in interviews, especially the ones where she criticized the original Snow White movie, some people are wondering if she may have hurt her own career. In Hollywood, what you say in public really matters. When actors do interviews or post on social media, it's not just for fun, it can affect how fans and movie studios see them. In Rachel's case, some fans felt like she was being too negative or even disrespectful toward a beloved classic. And once people started turning on her online, that bad energy spread quickly. Videos, tweets, and posts talking about Rachel's attitude went viral, and even people who hadn't heard of her before started to form opinions. Now, there's a big question in the air, will movie studios still want to work with her after all of this? Some experts in the entertainment world say yes, because Rachel is still talented, and one mistake doesn't end a career. Others say it depends on how she handles things moving forward. If she avoids more drama, chooses her roles wisely, and connects with fans in a more positive way, she could turn things around. But it won't be easy. Once a celebrity becomes controversial, every move they make gets watched more closely. If her next movie doesn't do well, people might say it's because of the backlash. If she gives another interview and says something people don't like, the internet could explode all over again. It's like walking on a tightrope, one wrong step, and things could go downhill fast. On the other hand, there are also fans who are excited to see what she does next. They believe that Rachel has the acting skills to pull off any role, and that she's just facing the same kind of challenges many young stars deal with. They're hoping the Minecraft movie will give her a clean slate, a chance to show what she can do without all the drama. So, will this all hurt Rachel Zegler's career? The truth is, it might, or it might not. It depends on what happens next, how she handles it, and whether the public is ready to move on. One thing is certain though, everyone's paying attention, and her next few moves could shape her future in a big way. Rachel Zegler's story isn't just about one actress. It's actually a great example of how fame works today, especially in the age of social media. A few years ago, if an actor said something in an interview, it might be seen by a few people reading magazines or watching TV. But now, one short video clip can spread across the world in just a few hours. That's what happened with Rachel. The things she said about Snow White were turned into TikToks, memes, and YouTube reactions almost instantly. In today's world, being a celebrity is more than just acting in movies. It's also about knowing how to talk to fans, how to handle interviews, and how to stay positive even when things get tough. When actors speak, millions of people are listening. And if fans feel like a star is being rude or disrespectful, even if it wasn't on purpose, they don't hold back. That's why Rachel's situation got so big so fast. Hollywood is also watching. Big movie studios pay attention to how actors are seen by the public. If someone becomes too controversial, studios might worry that fans won't want to see their movies. That's why it matters how stars act off-screen, not just on-screen. In Rachel's case, some people think that casting her in the Minecraft movie was a way for the studios to give her a second chance or shift the focus away from the Snow White drama. This whole situation shows how fast things can change in the entertainment business. One moment, someone can be the next big star. The next moment, they're facing backlash from all sides. It also shows how important it is for celebrities to be thoughtful about what they say, because once it's out there forever. At the same time, it also proves that fans have power. The reason Rachel's story became so huge is because regular people, like viewers, movie lovers, and even gamers, shared their thoughts online. People aren't just watching movies anymore. They're part of the conversation. And their voices can shape what happens in Hollywood, who gets cast, and which movies succeed or fail. So even though Rachel Zegler is the main person in the spotlight, her story is a bigger lesson about fame, fans, and how the entertainment world is changing fast. It's a reminder that what you say matters, and everyone's paying attention. And there you have it, Rachel Zegler's journey from Snow White controversy to Minecraft casting, and everything in between. Whether you're on Team Rachel or still unsure how to feel, one thing's for sure, her story is changing how we think about fame, fan reactions, and second chances in Hollywood.